Welcome back to part 2. Now today we've got a bit of a mammoth task, but the plan is 2 hours per day. Not every day, but 2 hours when I can come, and I'm going to show you around in a second. Thrilled with the peppers, absolutely thrilled, but plot 2 has succumbed slightly, far more so than plot 1, because I've not been concentrating on it. So we've been doing home garden, greenhouse, slabs, you know how it is. So let's show you around. So peppers, I've never grown peppers like this, so I'm absolutely thrilled. The tomatoes are coming out. I have got a lot of green ones, but they are coming out. We're going to take seeds because these were the honeycomb and they were amazing. Loved them. So we're going to take some seeds. That might be the only one I leave in. The peppers, as you can see, they're succumbing to not getting watered. Mess. Top section has been dealt with to a degree, and we are starting to create piles of weeds that can be composted, but because they are weeds, and some of them, like these, have already gone to seed, I don't want them to drop in the beds if possible. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing that. Rhubarb is going to come down. I've brought the strimmer today, so we've started strimming, and hopefully it will look an awful lot better. I've got the microphone on, so this is couch grass, as an example. If you leave it on the top with no soil, there's no soil on that root, that has dried up and turned to nothing. But this one has started to grow again. I don't know if you can see that little bit of grass there, but that's because it's got soil attached to the roots. So we'll break that one up again. If you do this, you can kill it. That's another good example. The weather is absolutely amazing. It's almost like we're having a September heat wave. Bindweed, it's a bane of any garden. Right. I'm going to grab a handful of these honeycomb split tomatoes. I'm just going to do it like that. I'm going to put compost on the top. And I've been here an hour. I've tidied up this whole section. So this is all the rhubarb leaves. This will rot down and create a mulch for the bed. I've also got some more rabbit manure over there. So I would say I've trimmed this whole pathway all the way down to the neighbour's building there. And obviously that corner there is where my access to the water tap is. So I will dig up that rhubarb that's there. That's where we've got to today. We've created 2 piles of weeds. We're gonna water the greenhouse next and deal with the greenhouse. We've also done, so that's the greenhouse. That's the shredding, or strimming, should I say. Big pile of weeds and tomatoes. We've got green tomatoes there going home to see if they'll ripen, and the pot of honeycomb tomatoes. We're just going to finish doing this dahlia bed. I'm not sure if you can see or not, but it's covered in weeds really. Yeah, a bit of a plot tour of where I've got to today. Probably I've made a bit of a mistake with these Cape gooseberries, if I'm honest, because they do grow a little bit wild. I've been trying to contain them to the one bed, but I have actually failed miserably. And then what they've actually done as well is they've dropped a lot of the capes. You will all remember I actually put cardboard down, and the bindweed just finds a way through underneath the cardboard. So I do have this bag of rabbit manure here. It's not being used. And then put the rabbit manure in that bed. That's the plan. I mean, you've just seen me in this bed for how long? I don't know. This is a freshly made bed this year, and I put cardboard down before I put the bed down, and I've just literally pulled all that out of the bottom. You do have to keep on at it. So what I'll do now is I'll get some of this rabbit manure, straw, hay, bedding, and I'll create a bit of a mulch with it. And probably I'm going to invest in woodchip for around the greenhouse and around these beds. Right. You get little chunks of grass growing. Because it's rabbit bedding. I'm going to take off the sellotape and I'm going to put this cardboard down, and I'm going to put a bag of compost over the top when the rain starts getting on it, and the cardboard starts rotting down, I do believe it will sink. But why have a drink and pack everything away and to show you what I've been doing. We're not going to look at that area because there's a shrub in there that I'm going to take out because it's all damaged. All the ends are all crisping up, like it's got some kind of disease on the leaves, or the ends of the leaves are, and it's just literally riddled in. So bindweed. So we've done all this section, so this part of the allotment, there is carrots and maybe parsnips in that bed there. We've pulled out all the weeds, mulched the dahlia bed. We've put some fresh compost. As these rot down a little bit, there's piles of them all over the place. They will go in the compost area. We've still got the tomato bed to do there. It does have a lot of ripe tomatoes. We're taking these home today. So I'd say we've got to this bed here really. Well, we've got to the tomato bed, but we have done the pathways all the way around. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We're back at plot 2 tomorrow for another 2 hours. See you soon.